squat matrix, the first thing that we're gonna work on is going to be the calf raise. So we're gonna instruct the athletes to put their heels together, toes together, and work on a 2-leg calf raise, raising up onto the balls of the feet, and then softly landing. We wanna make sure we don't come crashing down. We wanna control that drop, soft tap on the floor. We're gonna go 20 total. After we finish with that, we're gonna go into split squat. So anytime we teach a split squat or a half kneeling position, we're gonna start off in the bottom. So I go from head down to the back knee. I want a straight line, okay? And then my front ankle is just gonna be tucked in. I don't wanna be too far ahead. Once we set up in this position, we're just gonna lean the body forward, press heavily through that front foot all the way up, all the way down, keeping our big toe stuck to the floor and that nice straight line all the while. We're gonna go 10 on each side. After we finish with the split squat, we're gonna go into a kickstand single leg deadlift. So here we're gonna start with a kickstand. I put my feet together. I'm gonna swivel my foot out to make a 90-degree angle. We're gonna point the toe and swivel it back. This is our kickstand. So I should have about 80%, 20%, or maybe 90%, 10% here. Most of my weight is on that front foot. I'm gonna bend my front knee so I can't see my shoelaces. Keep my hips high as I look over the ledge, trying to touch my foot with the opposite hand and then come up quick. You're gonna notice that the shape of my knee stays the same throughout the range of motion. I wanna think that I'm wearing a belt buckle and I'm trying to flash the belt buckle forward as I stand up. We should feel it in our butt, hamstring, and some in our calf. After we finish with the kickstand single leg deadlift, we're gonna go into a squat press out. So here, feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. I'm gonna reach my hands forward as I sink into the squat position, heels stay on the ground, and come up. We wanna make sure that we go for depth here. It's okay if the athlete's thighs hit the back of their calves, but ideally we don't wanna be doing partial reps like so. I wanna see how far can we get down before our heels come off the floor or we start to cave in at the knees or hunch over at the hips. We're really trying to explore range of motion here. So reaching the hands forward, we're gonna keep our chest up as we sink down to the squat. Now, lastly, we have static switches, which can be done here, but if we have a big group and maybe time's not allowing us, we might do this in the dynamic warm-up part. But here, we wanna stand up nice and tall. I'm gonna go right knee up above the hip, toes up, and I'm gonna bring my opposite hand forward. So that as I switch, I'm just replacing the hands and replacing the knee. All right, we wanna make sure that we're not bouncing. I'm not trying to jump to the other position nearly. I'm trying to replace the leg without losing any height here. So I should stay at the same height as I switch. And we're gonna go 10 times each here. And that's our static warm-up.